Okay, hello Aries. This is your reading 14. I shuffled a bunch, cut the deck, I peeked at yours, yes. And there's maybe one I didn't peek at. I can't remember, one or two. But I see that you have the Five of Pentacles, which is interesting because, and King of Pentacles on top, just to get started. But the Five of Pentacles, so with Pisces that I, just did right before yours, all the fives came out right away except for the Five of Pentacles. So I looked in the deck for it. Okay, so it's just interesting that, so we'll see. And they got the King of Pentacles, a bunch of, so we'll see what comes out for you, Aries. Maybe there's a Pisces connection or something, we'll see. But for Pisces and Aries, Aquarius, I got, a lot of times I want to say Aquaries, yeah. So, or like with Empress and Temperance, I was saying Empress a lot. When I first started, but anyway. So, because they got the King and about all the, like the whole family of Pentacles. Okay, what we got here? Oh, they got the Four of Swords too. Okay, so maybe there's a Pisces connection. I don't know. Because already some similar, okay, so 3 and 4 of Swords. So something about, okay, just not facing, in this 3 of Swords, it could be you not facing the other half of yourself, okay, and letting something interfere with your left and right, your masculine and feminine. But if this is you and another person, you, them, or both of you, okay, especially if it's a twin flame, you're going to be reflecting, you're denying what the true interference is here. Okay, it's like you're both in your heart, that high vibe Swords, okay, but oh, there's a little mischievous little furry creature. Right? Okay, so, but, no one's looking in the right direction to see where the problem's coming from. But, Four of Swords. Okay, this is like meditation, sleep. Okay, so things can be coming in through sleep and meditation time to figure out what this interference is, okay? Because it's kind of hidden, right? So, okay, Page of Swords, Chariot card. So, yeah, so I was saying about the heart, okay, Chariot on top. So this is when two forces are working together. So this is Major Arcana energy coming in to help you with that. So you're going to see the black and white of it. You're going to see both sides. You're going to see clearly, okay? You're going to have clarity. So you're going to, whatever the situation with the 3 of Swords, the result is the 4 of Swords. And this is also the solution. What you need to do to get to the 4 of Swords is the 4 of Swords. Okay, so you need to. It's like defining the word with the word. What does purple mean? Purple. Okay, but it's like, excuse me, I'm having tea. So it's like, how do I say this? The result of the 3 of Swords will be the 4 of Swords, but only because you use the 4 of Swords as the solution. I'm not saying that right, but it's like, because it's like these swords, it's hard to, it's ether, so it's, okay. It's like, this situation occurred because of lack of this in the first place, and so the way out of this 3 of Swords is the 4 of Swords. Right? And so the way into the 3 of Swords is the lack of the 4 of Swords, so it's, okay, so it's just a result of that, so the way out of it is using the thing that you didn't use, which resulted in you getting into that 3 of Swords energy. Okay, just not facing something, okay? Usually in most decks, it's one person, okay? So this is your left and right hemispheres, your masculine, feminine. So something's trying to interfere so that those don't connect, okay? Maybe distracting you from your meditation time and getting you off your spiritual routine or something, okay? Page of Swords and the Chariot. So make sure to stay in your heart so you see things clearly. You have the best vantage point, the widest perspective, the widest view, the best perspective, the best seat in the house. Isis, I sit, E-Y-E, E-Y-E for young thing. I need some, how do you put meditation in an acronym? MDT, not DMT. MDT. Yeah, because the medicine is what? The perfect balance of the masculine and feminine. That's like when it's out of balance, that's when it's in balance. And it's only out of balance because interference, some boogers getting hairballs in the machine. Okay, Ace of Pentacles wanted to stick in hand. So rebirth through thoughts in every now moment. Keep that connection, that neural pathway. Okay, so boom. This is like rebirth, boom, a full greatness. Every now moment, be birthed into just fullness and wholeness. Okay? Even if you have 2 seconds to meditate, anchor just the deepest medication, right? Medication. Those like 2 seconds, you pop that meditation pill, okay? Everything's energy anyway. So you can, oh, dude, I just got this, okay. You can tune into the energy of an 8-hour long meditation session and condense it in that 2 seconds and integrate it. If you can handle it, you can do it. You can do it. Okay? Because bam. Okay, if you can go from 3 to 4, just every time you get into 3, boom, go to 4. Rest your mind, get in that deep meditative state. Every time, like, instead of anxiety, just go to almost like a comatose state energetically. Okay, just, right? That's why I like just, man, when with anxiety, whatever, that I just go to sleep, right? Because that's the most meditative. I'm like, oh, I gotta go lay down. That's the first thing I do. Like, I gotta go lay down, okay? And then the greatness of gratitude flows in. Wow, that just came in. So, okay, angels are awesome. Lately, they've been flowing rhymes. Okay, so here's the Page of Swords again and 8 of Cups. So, 8 of Cups. So when these, okay, when you gain that clear perspective, some of it's going to involve detaching emotionally and walking away from, because you want to call in the 6 of Cups. Okay, so I'm seeing it as a thought process, some kind of mental, okay, in your mental body that's not serving you, that you need to walk away from, because it's all swords, right? And Page of Swords again, but with this 10 of Cups, it's like these thoughts are going to prevent you from emotional fullness and happiness and completion, okay, all the things that you want. So it's kind of like, I'm almost kind of getting the reverse with the 8 of Cups, like walking towards more of an emotional attachment towards the things you want to call in. Because I'm just like, how does that make sense with with swords and then detach emotionally if you're not being, it's like so mental. Okay, so that's the message, is like, attach yourself emotionally to these things. Okay, for you, Aries, that's how you're going to call it in. Okay, a deeper emotional attachment to, and that makes sense, okay, because, Aries, birth, new, fresh, everything can be, and distracting and interfere, okay? You're open, alive, fresh, young, that Aries energy. My uncle's Aries, he's just so, that baby energy, and, it's just, and it's not even like, oh man, they could have done all kinds of bad things, molested you, did drugs, blah blah blah. But the nature of the Aries energy, it almost wants, every time I think of him, I almost want to cry, because it's like your baby. Even though he was my uncle, you know what I mean? Maybe he was one of my babies in a past life. Who knows? So yeah, I think Aries, you're being asked to walk towards emotionally, as you're doing these meditations, clarity, 4 swords, okay, to make sure that, also seeing clearly whatever this interference is, okay, that's keeping you maybe, okay, hindering you from this emotional release and opening up, this emotional exchange, okay, emotionally invested in something. So, let's see what else comes out here for you. Yeah, deeper connection. Oh, something flipped over. Here. The Five of Wands is right there in the Six of Cups. So a struggle with some kind of That's what I'm saying. Okay. The struggle is. The energetic struggle is. Emotional detachment is what's keeping your right and left hemisphere from communicating. What came out here? Yeah, Nine of Swords. So your emotional detachment. Okay, because that Six of Cups, I was just like, the reunion, emotional connection between the love you have for self between the masculine and feminine energies within you. Okay, once you have that emotional water connection, then the communication between the two hemispheres will flow more naturally to you, that rested mind. And when you have a rested mind, okay, you are more aware of what you have, you're more grateful, you're more full of grace, okay, gratitude, abundance, wholeness, fullness, because you're just satisfied with the simple things, because that's that Four of Swords, that higher perspective. That Nine of Swords, that's what I'm saying. You got a lot of swords, Aries. Yeah. But see, you want this Nine of Cups, you just want that full emotional fullness. Okay, so what's being required of you is to connect deeply to it emotionally, so you can call it in. You're being asked, I don't know why Aries has so much swords. It feels like you're out of your element with all the swords. But I think once that Nine of Cups, okay, the swords energy gets solved with what I was just saying, that Nine of Cups, okay, you'll be able to just, it's not even that more will come in for you, you'll have that higher perspective where you're grateful for what you have right now. Okay, why are you being so stubborn? See, you're being okay, something about like the flood, you're afraid the floodgates are going to open up if you connect deeply within. Okay? So there's all this, like, even when it comes to the fullness, you want to think about it, Aries. But Source is asking you, okay, feel it. Be it. The Fool. And here's Major Arcana that's coming in. It's going to... okay, you're not going to be able to hold out any longer. Okay, you're gonna have to break and be your deep. Yeah, something like, yeah, but when that happened before and that offer of love came around and I opened myself up, just right, brought me to this emptiness, this uneasiness again, this not feeling safe, secure. Okay, it's manipulated all it, but that's why you don't want to feel deep. That's why you don't want to reunite that Six of Cups, that full energy, reunite that self emotionally, mentally, yeah, okay. But it's safe because it's only you. It doesn't have to be another person. This is only you and God. That's why it's safe. You're going to be doing this with God. No one else is going to be there to manipulate you, okay? But if you don't get into your heart and feel this stuff deeply and you just stay in your head, the thoughts are the easiest way to manipulate someone, okay? And that's the quickest moving element. That's why it's the easiest. It's the fastest penetrating, and okay, this is your last card. Seven of Wands. I'm just seeing this as really like kind of crying out to God, just calling out to the universe, because it's like the Fool, you, God, self, that Ten of Cups, Four Swords, that meditation, really deeply feeling into it, getting into your heart, okay, speaking from that, okay, letting your heart be your receiver and transmitter, that's what it is. I mean, other things can, but the heart's the most powerful, and that's our center, and so that's the most effective and efficient, and so, okay, so we have Six of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles, so that's what I'm saying, 6, 9, 6, 9, okay, so ground it down into the body, into the water, okay, water holds memory, we don't want to remember things, some things are cool to remember, some things aren't cool to remember, 6, 9 of Pentacles, okay, reciprocate yourself, okay, maybe tangible things that are nostalgic, like going down sometimes this will happen to me in a dream, well, because it won't happen in real life, so, I mean, it'll never happen in real life probably again, but, so, sometimes I'll go down the old street that I lived on when I was a kid or something, okay? And it's because God's trying to activate some kind of emotional, wants you to feel more. You're being too etheric, or you're being too energetic, or too, okay, or something else. Maybe you're being too emotional. So, however, to balance you out, okay. So, you get some messages coming in, okay, to your heart. Okay, so speaking to God right here, God, Source, Creator, Most High, Mother. So, don't be scared. It's just you and God. Okay. That's what I saw through this whole thing is you and God. Okay, you reciprocating and really anchoring that into the body. 6 and 9 Pentacles, 6, 9 is like Cancer. Okay, maybe there's a Cancer connection. Okay, maybe you want to check out the Cancer reading. So I'm really getting you and Source, God, Creator, really communicating and being really held by God and emotionally supported. Okay, go into meditation, deep meditation, and feel deeply. Okay, so this 9 of Swords, 3 swords, all those swords can just be condensed into the 4 swords. Okay, speak authentically from your heart. Okay, you're too much mental, too much ether. Okay, not enough deep emotional connection with the heart and speaking from that, communicating, transmitting, receiving from that. Yeah, the 6 and 9 of Pentacles. So, giving and receiving. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. That's abundance. Okay, luxury, good. Okay, 6 is you being do that. That's your recompense. Okay, and it's waiting for you. You do this. God gets you there. Empress. Okay, then you're at Empress status. And none of this. Okay, the Fool's cool. But we want to be the Empress, even if you're a man, okay? Right? Because that's just abundant, like all the high virtues, everything, luxury, longevity, purity, okay, all the beautiful things of the divine feminine that we all want to, we all have. We want to express it. Okay, so wow, I love that, Empress. Give to yourself. Okay. That's what I totally just got from that 6 and 9 of Pentacles, and then open to the Empress. You and God. Okay? That's how it's done. Alright. Aries, love, peace, and blessings.